Hey guys, just a quick note before the episode happens. I realize the audio was bad, but it took a lot of time to make this episode, and I'm more pissed off about it than you guys. Most of the important stuff is still there. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy the finale. Hello everyone, and welcome to the finale of Let's Play Pokemon Blue. That's right. I thought I'd go from the beginning, you know? We're gonna finish today. Well, we're not gonna finish. There's still plenty, well, not that much, to do in the post game. But today we're gonna take on the Elite Four. That's right. Here's my team. I leveled up a bit, got everyone to level 45, except for Vinterisa, who, for a very good reason, I got up to level 51. Not only is that 150 speed really gonna, I think it's gonna outspeed pretty much everything, but we finally got Slash. Slash is a good move. Slash is a great move in this game, actually, because critical hits are so weird. Critical hits depend on your speed, and Slash has a high critical hit ratio. Um, Basically, the thing with Vinterize is because Persian is so fast, um, it's gonna crit every time, without fail. Crap, did I put the right Pokemon in front? Oh well, whatever, Lorelei's not that hard. Here's the first boss of the Elite Four, Lorelei. This is a boss gauntlet where you fight everyone all up in a row. Oh good, I did. Um, and there's no Pokemon Center in between. I mean, I bought plenty of items to heal up in between, but this is it. You got to be stronger than all of these bosses. Kind of put together, I guess. I mean, you do get that, time to recover. Um, but yeah, basically, this is it. This is the last big challenge of the game. Um, so we got to take her on. Anyway, Lorelei uses Ice-type Pokemon, which are very good offensively. They're good against flying and grass and ground types and stuff like that. So you might think it's weird that I have Smitty out first because Smitty's, a grass type. But most of her Pokemon are also water type. In fact, she does have one Pokemon that's not an ice type. But is a water type, so there you go. So I thought Smitty would be a good Pokemon to take out a lot of her team. I could have also used Vinterisa, because she has Thunderbolt, which will destroy like half of Lorelei's team. No problem. This Slowbro is going to be your biggest challenge fighting Lorelei, probably, because it has Amnesia. Amnesia, as we saw when we battled Snorlax, doubles the special stat, or I should say adds 100%, because after you use it like more than once, it's just adding your special stat onto itself. And special in this game, of course, is physical, or not physical, is offensive and defensive, meaning with a high enough special stat, you can't do anything against Slowbro. That's why I'm using the strategy of Toxic, which does more and more every turn, and Wrap, which will keep Slowbro from attacking me. So that's what I do. Your best bet is to try and take Slowbro out in one big hit, but if not, get something with just a lot of raw power behind it, for instance, Venturisa's Slash Attack. And then here's your only Pokemon that's not a water type, Jinx. Now, here's an interesting thing. Jinx is a very good Pokemon, for a few reasons. I was planning before to do a whole episode on her. Maybe I will someday. Jinx was originally going to be part of my party. I was planning to have a Jinx instead of Onibee, actually. But I decided, because it would have taken a lot of time. You can't find Jinx in the wild. You can only get Jinx through an in-game trade. Jinx is really good, very fast and very high special, but very low defense. And I don't know why she's using an attacking attack. Come on, she's very obviously supposed to be hitting with special type attacks. There you go. You should have used like Psychic or something. Anyway, the interesting thing about Jinx is, if you see, she looks kind of. I mean, she's got the big lips. She's humanoid, and she's got her skin is completely black. Yeah, Jinx is the racist Pokemon. or at least like there was a controversy because Jinx totally looks like someone in blackface, um, which apparently she's not. I mean, you see like the blonde hair. It's supposed to be based on like Gengyuro, which is like some Japanese style, um, and it's supposed to be that. But I mean, for Americans, she really looks like someone in blackface, and that's pretty uncomfortable for us. So we kind of yeah. In future games, Jinx is changed to purple. Yeah. So you kind of avoid that stereotype there, and she's I don't know. Jinx is I think Jinx has always been a good Pokemon. I have nothing wrong with her, and I think there is though the problem that yes, the Japanese do they treat blackface like it's still like just a character type. Like they've got Mr. Popo and oh come on, you're gonna freeze me. Luckily, I bought a bunch of full restores. Full restores are your best friend in the Elite Four in boss battles like this. They recover your HP all the way, and they remove any status effects you have on you, such as freeze. And in this game, remember, freeze doesn't wear off, so we would be pretty much screwed. If Venturus got frozen, we'd have to use someone else. And Hydro Pump is probably going to kill Venturisa because, yeah, I should have just been using Slash. Like, here's the thing. Thunderbolt, pretty good. Doubles attack, but Venturisa's attack is higher than her special, and Slash is going to crit. I guarantee it. See? Dang. I didn't realize Lapras was so defensive. Lapras is a really good Pokemon, actually. But when you get one in this game, level 15. But yeah, see, Slash, um, doubles power all the time. Critical hits always cut through defensive buffs, so if that Lapras would use like withdraw or anything like that, it raises those stats. We'd be in a world of trouble because let me heal up my Pokemon here. We've beaten Lorelei, so who's next? As is should be obvious. The Elite Four is 4 trainers. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this, but you probably already know because you're watching this and you see the thing. This is going to be a very long episode because I'm going to take the entire Elite Four on. I might have to take a pause break in the middle to make sure I record it all, but no matter, we can do this. People in Pokemon can become stronger. I weight train with my Pokemon. Jed, we will grind you down with our superior power. Hoo-ha! Oh crap, I didn't change... Oh wait, no. I was gonna say, oh crap, I didn't change who was in front, but actually, Smitty is probably my Pokemon that's best suited to take out this guy. I guess you could say he's a fighting type trainer, but he has 2 Onix as well. Don't ask me why he's an Onix. I mean, they're really crappy Pokemon in this game. And, I mean, obviously you can take them out with, like, a good Razor Leaf or Surf or, anything like that. It's kind of a waste of a perfectly good move slot. Also, all the Elite Four have 5 Pokemon, and that, I mean, why not 6? These are your big bosses, they should have 6. Now, given I did train a lot, I've got a very good, balanced team, at least in my opinion. But the Elite Four, they should have 6 Pokemon. I feel like you need to step it up like that. Because, it seems silly, like, not only just because, it makes the game a little more challenging, but because it seems so silly to have, your final bosses not be all they can be. Because these are the final bosses. These 4 trainers. And, look at us. We're 10 levels lower, and Johnson's taking out Hitmonlee with a... Oh, I promised I would do this. Johnson! Switch out for Indiana! I had to. I'm sorry, I had to. Okay, Indiana. You can do this. Surf! Yeah. Indiana, by the way, I know he hasn't gotten much use yet, but going to be a lifesaver against the Elite Four. You want at least 1 water or ice type going against the Elite Four. Trust me. That was another reason I kind of wanted to use Jinx, but then I realized, Indiana's more than enough for that stuff. Oh yeah. Johnson. Johnson! Go! Destroy that Machamp! Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's go pick. Doo-doo-doo. Kind of except we don't have like boss music, but this is an early game. The champ looks kind of weird. I don't know. Those arms don't all look proportional. I don't know if that's just me. Man, we defeated Bruno. Why? How could I lose? Yeah, originally I was thinking this would be a lot harder and I'd have to, like, split the episode, but look, we're not even, like, 10 minutes in. So, this episode probably won't be more than, like, half an hour long. I hope. Okay, so we haven't seen any of Rhinosaur, but Rhinosaur is going to take out Agatha all on his own. I am Agatha of the Elite Four. Oak's taken a lot of interest in you, child. That old Duff was once tough and handsome. That was decades ago. I totally think there was a thing between them. I mean, come on. Or at least she, like, liked him or something. And she's like, oh, Pokemon are for fighting. I'm going to fight you because I have this stereotypical idea that you don't love your Pokemon, you fight with them. Alright, oh, I guess while I'm at it, I should probably tell you guys about Onibi a little bit, because I never gave Onibi a full biography. There's a reason I didn't give Onibi a full biography. First of all, she took forever. Oh, come on, really? Here's the thing, though. We have a perfect solution for getting Hypnosis. The Poke-Flute. If you play it in battle, you'll get healed from sleep. But it also heals your opponent from sleep. But, I mean, that's really useful, because you can just, you can just power through it. Now, these that we want to keep away from being asleep, because that move, Dream Eater, only affects you when you're asleep. But it's a Psychic type attack, and, if they use it against you, it's like any of those draining moves, they will recover your HP equal to what they took from you. So, that's bad. Anyway, that sprite is so scary. Onibi, not only did she evolve late, but she's very, I don't want to say, she's mysterious, You kind of get this feeling from her when you're around her. Like, she doesn't talk a lot, but you kind of always... I don't want to say it's uncomfortable to be around her, because it's not, She's a perfectly fine lady. She does what, she does what she needs to on the team. You wouldn't want to mess with her, because that flamethrower, oh man, a world of hurt there. Rhinosaur Bruno level 46! I was about to use Haunter. Haunter, the weakest Pokemon on our team. I don't know why. It's not another Gengar. Technically, I think she puts off the attitude that she's like a ghost player, but all of her Pokemon are poison type. So you get a good Psychic type, or, with our case, a ground type, and you can just take out her whole team pretty easily. I'm probably going to heal Rhinosaur on the next Pokemon, because they can't do much to me. Do 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 meow. See, this is the thing about the Elite Four. I mean, in this generation of Pokemon games, there's not much variety to, types. Like, if you want to have all poison types, oh wait, all of your types are poison, you've got a flying type in there, you've got some ghost types in there. That's not much coverage. Everything's weak to ground except for one Pokemon, which is weak to rock, which is, always paired together with ground. So, it's like, it makes these things a lot easier than they should be. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Onibi. So she's kind of a mysterious woman. I guess you could say she's kind of like a team mom. Like, she takes care of everyone. There have been times when I don't even know something is going wrong, but Onibi is up and watching and making sure that everyone's okay. And, I'm sure that if we didn't have Onibi with us, we would have ran into a lot of trouble. Especially, in the Lavender Tower or whatever. She's just a very spiritual, I don't want to say person, because she's a Pokemon, but person, and she's very protective. as time went on, she was just a Vulpix. She couldn't really, uh, do much. She wasn't like that comforting. I mean, she was cute. But now that she's a full-grown Ninetales, like she'll, she's big. She'll curl up around, um, Indiana and Vinterice will snuggle with her and blah blah blah. It's cute. It's really cute. You gotta believe me. We're not even gonna bother healing Johnson. Johnson won't be of any use in the next trainer. In fact, the next trainer will be taken out almost entirely by Indiana, but we're gonna stick Vinterizer in front. Do 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 do. Might there actually be boss music here? Yeah. Oh yeah, if you went back in any of those trainers, these would have popped up, or it would have been like, oh, you can't go back, mysterious plot wall keeping you from going back. But you can always get out of the Elite Four by, dying. This guy is a cool cape. I heard about you, Jed. I lead the Elite Four. You can call me Lance, the Dragon Trainer. You know that dragons are mythical Pokemon. They're hard to catch and raise, but their powers are superior. They're virtually indestructible. Well, are you ready to lose? Your league challenge ends with me, Jed. Oh, I'm just a good old country boy, Jed. Just gonna fight this Lance. Fight this Lance. Okay, so Lance raises Dragon-type Pokemon. Since there's only one real Dragon-type Pokemon so far, Gyarados is what you're gonna see. Gyarados we've faced before, and is quadruple weak to lightning types, or electric types, so, oh, and we're fast enough that we might get a crit. I don't think a crit would have taken out Gyarados, is still pretty high, like, special and stuff, but it was more than enough now. There's a couple of Dragonair. Basically, Dragon types are weak to two types, Dragon and Ice, and Dragon type in this game is a lot like Ghost type in that, like, the thing that there's one Dragon type attack. It's Dragon Rage. It always does 40 damage. So there's no weakness or resistance there. So, like, dragons aren't really weak to anything but ice. And that was a really lucky freeze there, because now we can just kind of chill. Or just take out that Dragonair. We'll freeze this dragon to death. Listen it. Okay, we probably should just be whatever. But yeah. So dragon. The thing is, dragon is a really good type defensively. Water, fire, grass, electric, all of those types. It resists them, and it's only really got one or two weaknesses. So like. There you go. That's a perfect. That's really, really good defensively. Like the only type I can think of that's like better than that defensively is normal type, just because the only weakness is fighting, and Ghost. It's immune to Ghost. But in this game, Ghost isn't a problem, And even in future games, Ghost isn't really an offensive type. It's just kind of a type to have so that you're immune to normal and fighting. Normal and Dragon are both really good defensive types. In my opinion, they're the best ones. This Aerodactyl is not a Dragon type. As we've seen, we have one. And it's, Rock and Flying. So, it's pretty obvious what we should do with this. And surf it up. And I am going to use a potion, or full restore, because otherwise Indiana might be taken out by like a Hyper Beam. That's the thing. The one thing about Lance's Pokemon is 3 of his Pokemon have a Hyper Beam, which is the most powerful attack in the game. It will probably take out anything you have. Really? Supersonic? Really? What are you, a Zubat? I mean, jeez. It's the most powerful attack in the game. Really high power normal attack, higher than Slash on a critical. As far as the base power, but it's after you use it, you need a turn to recharge, so you can usually get in a revenge kill, like afterward. And wow, this Aerodactyl's moveset really isn't that good. Bite? I mean, come on. Bite? That's base 60. Oh, crap. There's Hyper Beam. Indiana's definitely going down on that. That came out wrong. Context is everything, folks. Onibi hasn't had a lot of use, but also wouldn't be very useful here. I'm just gonna stick in Smitty while I heal Indiana. Because, I mean, for a flying type, this Pokemon still doesn't have any flying moves. That's the other thing. If you don't have an ice type or a water type that can use ice types against Lance, a lot of Pokemon are flying type. I mean, you've got this Aerodactyl, you've got the Gyarados. So if you have like a rock type, that might be useful. I mean, I didn't want to risk sticking Rhinosaur out against a water type, but you know, it's a chance you can take. That's also a thing like with Lorelei. She has a lot of ice types, so using rock type against her isn't a terrible idea. Just make sure you know you're not gonna die. Okay, Smitty's gained a lot of levels. Wow. I didn't think I would use him that much in the Elite Four. Anyway, now Dragonite, the most powerful. Oh, did not mean to do that. I didn't even switch. I'm just gonna. Oh, really? Really? Why aren't you attacking me, Dragonite? I mean, come on, come on. Okay, here's the thing. Barrier is a move that Dragonite cannot learn in any of the Pokemon games, ever. Not this one, not any future ones. Dragonite cannot learn Barrier. It knows Barrier in this game. I mean, the computer kind of just gave up on not being. It was just like, screw you, I'm using Barrier. Yeah, this is the last one we had. Obviously, we got a full party. I'm just waiting for him to kill Smitty so that Indiana can get all the glory. Because why not? Oh, come on. Stop using this beeping is annoying me. Just kill me already, jeez. Come, use an offensive attack. I know, okay, maybe if I stopped using acid, which lowers, I don't know. Why are you using barrier when it's not even gonna do it? Oh, here's the thing. I know why. Barrier is a psychic type move. It's not a damaging move, but, and the same with agility. It's a psychic type move, not a damaging move, but it's, the thing is, the AI in this game says if the opponent is weak to a move, you use that move. And technically, since Smitty is a poison type, Smitty's weak to psychic type attacks. So this Dragonite will keep using these psychic type attacks, even though they don't actually harm me. Wow. Here's the thing. Dragonite is the evolution of Dragonair, and a Dragon type and a Flying type, which means that Dragonite is quadruple weak to Ice. So a single Ice Beam, we wouldn't even have to use Blizzard, would take it down. But I guess this is mildly more interesting that we get to show off one of the many, many, many flaws in this game's programming that, you know, this Dragonite could be taken out so easily by anything weak to Psychic. Like, that's, okay, I'm done. I'm switching in Indiana. I mean, we get a free switch because it's gonna use stupid agility or barrier or some stupid stuff like that. Wow, I almost cursed there. Sorry, you guys. But yeah, here is the big finale. Let's see. Indiana, use your ultimate super attack of magic and awesomeness. Toxic, by the way, will keeps doing more and more damage, and eventually, like, it would do 100% damage. So, like, we could have just stalled that one out. But, you know, Ice Beam takes it out, and we don't have to listen to Smitty's annoying beep, 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 you know. And now we defeated Lance. That's the last of the Elite Four. Wow, that was really easy. Partially due to terrible programming on this game's part. I'm sorry. Pokemon, you know, is a great series, but it gets better with every iteration, I have to say. Wait, what? One more challenge. Another trainer. His name is... No. Yeah, the Elite Four always has a champion, so they're more like the Elite 5. But whatever, we can take him. I believe in us, in our power of love and crap like that. I think the first Pokemon he's gonna use is Pidgeot. So let's stick out Rhinosaur in the front. Now, this is the only time that Blue is actually challenging, in my opinion. Although, you might face him, you know, before you go onto the Victory Road. He's a little tough. I was looking forward to seeing you, Jed. My rival should be strong to keep me sharp. I think I changed his name, his voice every time. I looked all over for powerful Pokemon. Not only that, I assembled teams that would beat any Pokemon type. Really? Even Dragon? Huh? Are you gonna defeat Psychic types? You can't defeat Psychic types. I mean, he is Psychic type. I am the most powerful trainer in the world! Oh, we do get boss music. And I love his sprite here, too. Wow, I forgot about that sprite. Like, that's awesome music. I think this is the only place you ever hear it. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, Mirror Move as your first move isn't really gonna help. Also, it still looks like a toy. And we're gonna take it out with a Rock Slide. Is it gonna? Nope. I mean, the thing is, he's challenging because his Pokemon are in the 60s. Like, most of his Pokemon aren't that good. Well, no, he does have a good team. I have to admit that. They did a good job programming Blue, Train. He has a top-notch team. It's balanced. His only real bad Pokemon, I would say, is Pidgeot. But even then, like, it's pretty good. And he actually has 6 Pokemon. And one of them is Alakazam. This is the most dangerous Pokemon we're going to face, which is why we're going to sit in our most powerful Pokemon, Vintoraisa. Vintoraisa, this is one of the main reasons, just like, Vintoraisa can take basically anything now. Like, there are some Pokemon that probably could stand a chance, but look at this. We're going to 2-shot this Alakazam. Well, if it didn't recover, we're probably going to 3-shot him now. I mean, there's 0 chance that Slash isn't gonna crit. It's just that it's that broken. In future games, they fix how crits work, but now it's based on your thingy. Yeah, that one. Okay, what's he sending out now? A Rhydon? Let's just stick in Indiana. Indiana can take him. We can take him. Come on, Indiana, you can take him. I thought about sending in like the opposing Pokemon, like his Rhydon, I'd send in my Rhydon. His Pidgeot, I'd send in my Johnson, stuff like that. But I decided against it. I thought, this is the super classy. That would be the super classy way to do it. But I'm just gonna do the cheap way. Okay, Train is about to use Gyarados. Let's stick in. Oh, I was gonna use Smitty, but Vintoraisa is such a better choice here, just because of the weakness, the huge weakness that Gyarados has to Electric type, that keeps it from being that overused of a Pokemon these days when it's actually decent. I've got a good Gyarados. It's a Taunter, a Dragon Dancer. It's good. I've thought of putting some of my competitive battles up on this channel. Let me know what you guys would want. I'll be talking more about the future of this channel, like, later on, in life. I mean, in this series. We do still have, I'm planning at least 2 episodes after this, so this is not quite the end of Let's Play Pokemon. Let's Play Pokemon Blue. We will definitely, you'll definitely be seeing more, and I'll be playing other games, of course, so this isn't the end of the channel. Arcanine has such a sweet looking sprite, because it looks like an actual, like, legendary Chinese dog or something like that. So cool. Such a cool sprite. And a very good Pokemon, just, I don't think its move pool is that good. At least not in this game. Really high attack, but, like, can't do much, because normal and fire type attack. Most Pokemon in these games, like, you might not know it looking at my party, but most Pokemon in these games are pretty straightforward. Just because, they only learn a couple types of attacks. In later games, it improves. But, like I said, this isn't, this is not the best Pokemon game. I'm sorry to people who are full of their nostalgia and stuff. Okay, that's Flamethrower, this sucker. Yes, it's our last Pokemon, a Venusaur. Level 65. Wow, that's so amazing. But we're going to take it out in 2 hits. Don't even need to Fire Spin it. Don't even need to confuse it. Oni Bee. our den mother, can take it in 2 hits. Wow. Okay, so we defeated Train with no casualties. That was a lot easier than I thought. After all that work to become league champ, my reign is over already. It's not fair! Crap, I gotta take a pause break, just a sec. Okay, sorry about that. That didn't take any time for you guys, but it's gonna be a butt to edit back in. Darn it, you're the new Pokemon League champion. Although, I don't like to admit it. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that I had enough room to get the ending of this game, the credits and everything. Oh, and look, Oak comes in with a special remix of his theme.
Congratulations, you're the new Pokemon League champion. You've grown up so much since you first left with Squirtle.
His name is Indiana.
You have come of age. Train, I'm disappointed. I came when I heard you beat the... But when I got here, you had already lost. Train, do you understand why you lost? You have forgotten to treat your Pokemon with trust and love. Without them, you will never become a champ again. Jed, you understand that your victory is not just your own doing.
Well, no, it was none of my doing. My Pokemon fought his. I can't take on an Alakazam. Are you kidding me? I mean, I probably couldn't even take on, like, a Pidgeot. I mean, come on, that thing can fly. I can't shoot fire out of my mouth.
Congratulations, Jed. This floor is the Pokemon Hall of Fame. Pokemon League champions are honored for their exploits here. The Pokemon are also recorded in the Hall of Fame. Jed, you have endeavored hard to become the new League champion. Congratulations, Jed. You and your Pokemon are Hall of Famers.
And now we see each of our Pokemon. Rhinosaur, the Brute. Hall of Fame. Let's see. Onidee, the Den Mother, the Spirit, the Hall of Famer. Johnson, the Businessman, Hall of Famer, with still a terrible front sprite. Smitty, the Thug, Hall of Famer. Dang, that's cool. Winterisa, the playful one? I forget what I titled her. Hall of Fame. Indiana, the Kid. Hall of Fame. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, me, Jed. Just a good old country boy. And they play my Pokedex rating, which is silly because I've only caught 29 Pokemon, and they're like, oh, you need to go out and capture more Pokemon. Like, we could have caught this many by Celadon, really. I just didn't bother, going and catching anyone. Anyway, I like that they put the sprites in here. Satoshi Tajiri, the creator of Pokemon, such a good man. Maybe someday I'll talk more about, like, the origins of Pokemon. See how they put Rhyhorn there? Like, I don't think they put just Pokemon. I think they actually might just put Pokemon that you've seen in your Pokedex. I'm not sure, actually. I don't know how they do this. Someone tell me. And, we've all these people we've never heard of. Satoshi Tajiri, of course. He came up with a game scenario, because he was a bug collector, and he's like, what if you could trade bugs over little wires? And then he's like, oh, Game Boys can do that? Yeah. Good job on these games, you guys. You could have programmed out all the many, many bugs, but I mean, for its time, a very good game. And each sequel got rid of a lot of bugs. I mean, there are still bugs in the games. Trust me on that. We'll show them later on. In the other games. Sorry, I get drink water. Oh, yes. Important to note, there will be more games. Not just, me playing other games, but I do plan to play more Pokemon series games. Next episode I'll talk a little bit more about that. But just keep in mind that, I mean, I'm gonna keep, showing off my love of Pokemon and of other games. Next episode will be completely all about that. I don't recognize any of these names other than Satoshi Tajiri. I'm just terrible. I'm sorry. What was Masuda in this? I don't know. The End. That's a cool font. Kind of. The D doesn't really fit because it didn't have any little bites out of it. Okay, is that it? Nintendo, Creatures Inc., Game Freak Inc., Incorporated. Yep, and it just shows the beginning again. Congratulations, you beat Pokemon! And now when you load up your game file, you'll be ended up here at your house. Aw, isn't that nice? But there's still more that we can do. Okay, we can take a quick rest. There's still more that we can do. So, let's see that next time on Pokemon. Thank you for joining me, you guys, for this long episode. Now it's time to go to... Really? We can't stay on the bed? To go play some video games. See you guys later.